Y'all know what time it is. It's your boy, Purple Durag, and you and I late for breakfast. I got my guy with the book in here. You hear me? We got Megan here tonight. You know that's my boy. You know he up here. And this episode is called Man versus Power. Don't let that go over your head now. Man versus Power. Again tonight. What you doing, guy with the book? What you doing, brother? How you doing?
What's going on? How's it hanging?
You know what I'm saying? How y'all boys doing tonight?
What up? What up? What up?
We back.
Tonight episode, Man versus Power. I'm gonna tell y'all what Man versus Power would mean to me. In simple, just the simplest form. Okay, man. Firm on 10, he following his own vision. He building with his hand, doing what he need to do. Power, the unseen things that happens when a group of people get around each other and they make shit happen. That's my flow. God, what you got?
I can dig that. Man, you know, when I think about man, I'll give you just a little tidbit, right? From chapter 1 out of the Holy Koran, Circle 7 Koran, divinely prepared by the noble prophet Drew Ali. Time never was when man was not. If life of man at any time began, a time would come when it would end. The thoughts of Allah cannot be circumscribed. No finite mind can comprehend things infinite. All finite things are subject unto change. All finite things will cease to be because there was a time when they were not. The bodies and the souls of men are finite things, and they will change. Yea, from the finite point of view, the time will come when they will be no more. But man himself is not the body, nor the soul. He is a spirit and a part of Allah. Creative fate gave to spirit man, a soul that he might function on the plane of soul, gave him a body of flesh that he might function on the plane of things made manifest. Why did creative fate give to spirit man a soul that he might function on the plane of soul? Why did creative fate give to soul a body of flesh that he might function on the plane of things that are made manifest? That's some power for you right there. And man, in one.
Now, when we end this junk, for the people that you take a few seconds to realize what he's talking about, rewind this motherfucker. You hear me? 'Cause I know I'm gonna rewind it because goddamn, I know I missed like two bars, 3 bars in that motherfucker. Megan, what you got? What you got, Megan? Talk to me.
As far as in the title, the Man versus Power.
Yes, sir.
It's I look at it as kind of broad because, you know, I feel like perspective is everything. What up, my bro? What up, man? What up, Garcia? I look at perspective with everything. And man, I mean, you know, that's kind of what it is. But power, it can be looked at a few different ways. The power of man himself, the powers of the systems that we live through, you know. So I would just say, especially what's going on now, man versus power is like the powers that be are being exposed for a lot of things they've been doing.
Right.
And I could tell you it hit so crazy because y'all know I'm
Go ahead. Yeah.
Y'all know I'm Maggie.
You mega maga. Yeah,
So,
I'm fucking with it.
So when I be getting at people, I be getting at people a lot on, you know, Facebook, shit like that. But today I gotta honestly say, yo, a very liberal, left-minded person made a post that said, so for y'all that voted for Trump, how y'all feeling now? Like it was a flex. Here comes MAGA. But look, I'll say, But I dropped it. I said, she said, what do you like? She said, what do you like that he's done? I said, two genders, boys out of girls sports, deportations, USAID being exposed. To me, there's a lot of things I gave so much of a list that I said, and if you want more, let me know. You know what I'm saying? She came back and said, I agree with a lot of what you said. And it wasn't just her, it was a few. I was really surprised because it's like now they're seeing with how things are being exposed. You see people, if you don't like somebody, it's easy for people to ride that hate Trump train, because what I realize with people, it's not about, when it comes to politics, it's not about what they doing or not doing. If I don't like you, I don't care what you're doing.
Right.
So, because like I said, all I was saying was because one girl said Donald Trump is a threat to our safety. I said, really? I said, a president in office that had dementia, that wasn't a threat to our safety?
Word, falling all out stairs and shit.
Millions of people coming across the border, that ain't a threat to our safety. Look how many people got murdered. You know what I'm saying? What do you like? It's like basically, well, I'm not focusing on my safety when who I want is in office, but if who I don't want, and then like, yo, people was talking about the prices of things. I'm like, this man been in office 2 weeks.
That goes with the power thing, right? Because it's the things that they don't see.
That's what I'm saying. See, that's the perspective I'm coming from. The powers of the BS. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's like, that's the crazy part, man. And people, I mean, it's like, you know, with me and the guy with the books, we had a real deep convo. You know what I'm saying, the other day. But I really, bro, now I'm about to become more of an observer.
Right.
I've already made it because I know I can be brash, and I'll be all the way real, bro. I be brash sometimes because
brash means direct.
Yeah, and harsh with it, like some fuck you shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, but the reason I'm like that is because, and this is bad for me. I gotta stop being like this, so I'm going to stop being like this. But I be wanting you to be on some. Take it somewhere else, nigga. that's what you want.
We don't need that.
You want to play with your life? I mean, because it's your life, not mine. You know what I'm saying?
See, we don't need to play with our lives, though. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I said I'm gonna stop. Yeah. Like I made that decision today because it's like, you know what? You know, it ain't what you say, it's how you say it. I ain't gotta, for every little thing somebody say, I ain't gotta knock their head off. And that's how I be. I'm like, yo, if you saying dumb shit, I want to knock your head off, yo.
But that called, like, if you can knock a person's head off with words, that's called standing on 10.
I'm a rapper, bro. You know my level of lyricism. You know what I'm saying?
So that just goes with the territory. If we can have a discussion, and even though it might get a little passionate, and we can come back and just be who we are tomorrow, right. that makes the intellect so much better. And I ain't gotta knock your head off in a literal sense of some stupid shit. I can knock your head off and put you onto some game today. Right. You heard me? Like, and this game, I ain't gotta sell it to you. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? This game right here is all for the taking. It's what you take out of it. You ain't gotta take the whole message. You might just take a piece out of it, and that might resonate for the rest of your life. So this is what people gotta understand. The powers that be put things in our face that we already seen when we were children. So now they seeing this shit. It just like it's okay. We okay with it because they gotta put it in our face first to show us what's going on. That's the powers that be. But back to the man part, we gotta see that shit and be able to maneuver and like Guy Wit Da Books said, you gotta prepare for the future. For even if it never happens in your timeline, you got your future prepared. You did, and they're not oblivious and looking for help or just naive to the world that is at be. They're already ready. They already have some type of,
when you say the future,
I agree, Garcia.
That's one of the things I'm really looking at is the future these days. And but before we go into the future, I like us to just everybody out there who's listening in. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for everybody late for breakfast, episode 4, Man versus Power. But let's take just a quick moment of silence for the homie Irv Gotti, who was found yesterday. So thank you all, everybody out there who gave a little respect, put a little respect on this man's name. You know, had an amazing career, did some special things, made some beautiful music. You know, had some challenges, and but he had a solid life. You know, so respect to Irv Gotti and respect to his family.
So I got the axe. Since we on the Irv Gotti. RP Irv Gotti. Shout out to Chris Gotti. He followed me on Instagram. Yeah, he followed purple_do-rag with the double G's on the back hood. Yeah, he do. Okay. And, is 50 Cent wrong?
No.
Why would you say no? Because I agree with you, but I'm going to let you go ahead and take that.
For one, if we're going to go with the fact that he allegedly was rolling with who allegedly may have killed 50 Cent's mother, he allegedly was with and had something to do with them trying to kill 50 Cent himself. Bro, you can't expect nothing. He can carry, and the 50 has always been the same way. I made this post earlier today. I said it amazes me to see the outrage in so many people from 50. But what it lets me know is people are so used to not standing on shit that when they see somebody else that does, it bothers them.
It bothers them dearly. It irks their soul.
He just standing on what he's standing on, bro.
If somebody tried to kill you or funding the people that tried to kill you, you supposed to have some remorse when this guy passed away. It's insane. Purple Do-Rag don't go for that shit.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. But that's them people beef.
Exactly.
I don't have nothing to do with that. Respect to the Gotti family. Respect to Chris Gotti. They definitely made some great music. I fuck with goddamn. I'm a fan. I ain't on no side. I definitely fuck with 50 Cent. I've been at 50 Cent concert when he came out here to Virginia Beach. I definitely fuck with Ja Rule. I don't know about any of his concerts that's been recent, but if he come out here, I would definitely attend. You hear me? I'm bringing a +1, Ja. Because what would I be without you? I need to be there. Nigga, what are you talking about? But I'm not G-Unit. I'm not Murder Inc.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Purple Do-Rag.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm part of Late for Breakfast. And we are allowed to like both of these people. And if you don't like that, fuck you.
So all right, so peep this, right? It's Late for Breakfast. It's episode 4, Man versus Power. Listen, is 50 Cent doing too much? All right, hit the comments, right? We need to hear from everybody out there. Let us know what you think. We need to talk about this, right? And if there's anybody out there that's feeling some of Irv Gotti's projects from the past, put it in the comments, right? Like, this is also a time to honor this man while we also take a look at what's going on between these two camps.
Word.
You know something crazy too, man? The last Freaknik in 96. I was out there with my peoples from New York. You know what I'm saying? Niggas was, moving right. And we was staying in the same hotel that Mike Geronimo was staying in, if y'all remember Mike Geronimo. So we see Mike, he like, yo, what up? You know what I'm saying? Because we was in this like bubble Lexus LS with the strobe lights around the joint. We was catching attention real easy. So Mike looked down from his room. He like, hey, yo, yeah. Because he saw the New York plates. He like, yo, yeah. Whatever. And we said, he's like, yo, he had some green. He like, yo, come up, smoke with niggas. And I just never forget, because Irv Gotti was with him. Now, Irv Gotti wasn't Irv Gotti. It wasn't no Murder Inc. This is Mike Geronimo, early years. You know what I'm saying? So
who's Mike Geronimo? Who are you affiliated with?
He was affiliated with Irv and them, but I'll say this. Mike Geronimo had a song that featured Jay-Z, DMX, and I think Ja Rule. And
Yeah, that's the Real Murder Inc.
Right. So, and the thing is this is when Mike Geronimo was more popular than them at the time. He was more popular than all of them at the time, like all three of them. He was the nigga giving them a shot. So it's like, you know, but I'm trying to think what was
I think that name kind of ring a bell to me too. So
I can't remember his hit. It's slipping my mind right now. But anyway, I was just pointing out the fact that I never forget Irv Gotti was ice grilling niggas for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Like he was just ice grilling niggas, you know what I'm saying? But you know, but again, like I said, the man passed. I don't want to say nothing because I was getting at it with some people about that on Facebook today too. Like somebody, now this is what's funny. A drill rapper of all people, 600 Breezy from Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to say, I see why he got hit 9 times.
I seen that.
So to that I said, he's still outliving all of them.
I seen that too.
How about that?
I think I like that. I think I like that on Instagram. Yeah.
So don't be talking and like how are you saying something when all y'all do is talk about the dead? This the dead drill rappers. And even some of the people on Facebook, same people who love NBA Youngboy, love King Von, love. So that's why I say people got their picks, but that's one thing I don't got no picks, yo. Ain't none of these people my people. This is one of the main things I like, yo. Like I'm gonna leave it there because I don't want to take it to something else. I don't got no picks, bro. You know the conversation we had about the entertainment and the music. Look, I'm gonna tell you like this that I know for a fact. You don't get to a certain level without doing certain things. So all them niggas did it. How about that? They all on that devil shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I'm God's son, bro. That's why I turned away from that shit. I'm God's son.
Yeah, it's a lot of craziness going on out here. A lot of people compromising themselves, but kind of transitioning from what's going on in the music industry. You was talking about picks, right? So what's your pick for Super Bowl 59?
See, like I told you, bro, I ain't been watching sports in years. I don't even watch it no more. It's like I can remember when it started to look like a TV show.
Right.
Okay.
And then I was listening to Cam and them, It Is What It Is this morning, and they was just talking about how all the suspect ref calls with the Chiefs all throughout the year. I mean, bro, it's a TV show. Ain't nothing authentic no more.
It's the greatest. It's the greatest t-shirt. The reason why it's the greatest game. The reason why basketball is the greatest game is because it's in Coliseum form. In that type of environment, the crowd noise. You know, even when they was in COVID, you know, they started adding crowd noise to gain more, you know.
Oh yeah,
viewers. Yep. When they added the crowd noise, it gained more viewers. So that Coliseum vibe, that roar, it does something to our hearts because it's the vibration of people getting together. So it's deeper than just the Super Bowl. It's about the people getting together and sharing a great feeling together. Some people gonna be mad as hell. Some people gonna be happy. It's the mixed emotions outside today. You know what I'm saying? It's you know, everybody's in their bags. Somebody might die tonight doing some dumb shit. You hear me? Like it's just that's the feeling of the Super Bowl. That's the feeling of the NBA Finals. Like it is nothing. It's nothing important about it. Them niggas make more money than we can even fathom. You understand?
I don't even know who was in the Super Bowl until today. I didn't even know who was in it. I didn't even know it was this Sunday coming up until today. Like,
well, I'm gonna tell you like this. In the future, when the Chargers make it to the motherfucking Super Bowl, and then we on this late for breakfast, I swear to God, my motherfucking purple do-rag is gonna be a Charger do-rag. My motherfucking t-shirt is gonna be a Charger shirt. My background is gonna be a boat. I swear to God.
Because go ahead, I'm listening.
Not go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I think if I was gonna put a couple dollars on it, I'm probably putting my money on Philadelphia.
I'm definitely going with the underdog. And Kansas City gonna be the underdog, like always.
I thought they was the favorites.
No, they never go into the Super Bowl as the favorites. And just so happen, and the reason why I'm tell you, I'm gonna go with Patty.
That sound like a bet, some betting situation right there. Like that
Yeah,
sound like
I'm gonna get on the motherfucking fan. I'm gonna go to FanDuel. I'm gonna do my thing. So I'm gonna pick Patty to win because guess what? He always makes something happen out of nothing. And most importantly, he got that Anglo-Sax, Wasp, Asiatic thing going on, and when them two things mix, they become superpowers. Look at fucking Mike Evans. You think he can't do what he was supposed to be doing? Like, I'm just being honest. I think something is in the blood when you mix the Anglo-Sax and the Asiatic. I'm just saying, them people just be an extra little bit of human. Look at Jason Tatum. A dog. You heard me? You heard me? I'm not playing with you, bro. T Slick, who you got for what you got on the prediction of the Super Bowl, man? What you got up there? Who you betting for? Oh, no, I ain't gonna say betting for. We in Virginia, we can bet. We can bet on all boards, and we can smoke that good ass tree. You hear me? You better, people say Virginia this and that, so you better come out here and find out. And get you a business or a job and find you something to do. It's beautiful out here. I'd be surprised. Like today, I went over to Carrollton, and I was hitting the bridge, and the sun was just dropping right, and it was like purples and oranges, and it was like kind of dark on the water. I was like, oh my God. We're going with the Eagles.
Yeah, I'm going with the Eagles. I think that the Chiefs got a real good chance. Because obviously they don't won a bunch of Super Bowls in the last few years. But I think that I think the Eagles is taking that.
The Eagles better win. That boy kill himself doing that backflip after that.
Whichever team will make them the most on the gambling side of things, that's the team that's gonna win.
Mm-hmm.
If more people was betting for Kansas City to win, Eagles gonna win. If more people betting for win, Kansas City gonna win. That's where it's at now. Mm-hmm. It's all about that now.
So everybody out there who's listening, appreciate you showing up late for breakfast. Episode 4, Man versus Power. We're talking about the Super Bowl right now. Who do you think is gonna win? Like, go ahead and throw it in the comments. I'm about to put it up on the screen. Now, we got T Slick for the Eagles right here.
T Slick for the Eagles.
I'm thinking the Eagles as well.
I'm not thinking the Eagles. I'm going with the AFC. I'm going with my cousin Tommy and his team, the Chiefs. I'm going with the AFC. I'm going with the home squad. I think them boys back to 3-peat. He had to lose to Brady in the Deflategate. You hear me? So he gonna win this one. The refs, they got 13, 14 niggas on the field. You hear me? So they gonna win. You hear me? I'm just saying, you cannot lose when you got 13, 14 niggas on the field.
Right, yeah. Mm-hmm. And that's what I said. That's when I really started seeing the difference in football, man. I remember when Tom Brady went on that run where they was all these calls, where the tuck rule was invented. You know what I'm saying? Like a whole new rule came for this nigga to get to go on that run he went on. Yo, like that was crazy. I had never seen nothing like that. And then when they played the Rams back in the day, I was a Rams fan, and I remember in the first half, Marshall Faulk was running all over them dudes, bro. Second half, they ain't even run Marshall Faulk no more. I'm like, this shit is fixes in.
Listen. We always learn. Believe half of what you see,
none of what you hear.
It's all entertainment.
All of it is WWE. Bro.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Tight, the sweaty ass niggas in drawers with big ass boots on. I don't want no part of that. So I'm on my man shit, tunnel vision. You can have your power.
Yeah.
And I create my own power. You know what I'm saying?
I know it was like I said, when I was on that and some of my little back and forths earlier, I kept hearing that a lot, man. This one dude, I don't know him, but he was on that liberal post that I was talking about. He kept saying this about white supremacy, this and the white man that. I'm like, hey, look, bro, that race bag you wearing, bro, that's personal,
So I
son.
screenshot some of this shit. We can pull that hoe up.
Oh, I'm like, if you like for you to say white supremacy, who inferior?
Hey,
like, bro, I don't identify with that victim shit, bro, because ain't nobody doing nothing. Well, anybody that tries something with me, it's gonna be the same outcome for no matter your race, creed, religion. You know, you come wrong at me, it's 115 grain jacket.
all right, check this out.
But
is that Brooklyn lady wrong?
What Brooklyn lady?
That's in Pakistan right now.
Man.
and why people from Brooklyn always go somewhere and claim it like that? Because we all like it's jokes and all that already out there, so I don't want nobody from fucking.
I ain't gonna even put that on Brooklyn, man. She Jamaican, man.
That lady from Brooklyn, you can hear the accent. You don't hear no goddamn patois in that motherfucker.
All I heard was a Caribbean accent.
All I heard was Brooklyn.
Nah.
I need $2,000. What she said? I need $100,000 by tonight. Then it was the 20. Then it was the 10. She needs some money, and she was counting up. She's from the bush. She ain't never been to Jamaica. Her granddaddy from Jamaica.
Hey.
What you think? She out there checking up.
I only saw a couple little clips. I don't even know what it's about. I don't know what is she talking about. I mean, like, you know, I'm getting to the point where, I mean, sometimes ignorance is funny, you know what I'm saying? But you can't ride every ignorant way.
Let me give you a quick backstory. She met a little young Pakistani guy, 18 years old, on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Some say she was pretending to be a white woman. You know, I don't really know. But she caught the flight out to Pakistan. She showed up to the crib. The parents seen her. She came back the next day. It was gone. And now they trying to kick her out the country. And they you can get a free flight back home. They took her to the airport. She got to the airport. She was like, nah, I'm staying. I need this much and this much. I'm about to reconstruct Pakistan. You know, like shorting on some shit. You heard me? They done admitted her into a psychiatric ward. They better put all types of pros in that bitch. She playing. They better. She done went in there and laid down for them people too. You tripping? You went in there willingly and laid down for them people. It's over with.
I mean, yeah. See that? You know, I mean, if she went there, who she mad at? Herself?
Hey, listen. She got kids and all that.
I mean, she had kids before she went to Pakistan, right?
Yes.
So, like I said, don't bring the kids up now. If the kids meant something, she wouldn't be there. Is the kids with her?
Absolutely not.
Like I said, if the kids meant something, you wouldn't be there.
Pakistan begging America to come get that out. Like,
she sounds like she on some Dennis Rodman stuff. Like, yeah, I'm gonna go hang out in North Korea and meet up with some people out there.
But Dennis Rodman actually know Kim Jong.
She better call Kamala Harris.
He out there with the nigga though. You know what I'm saying? He out there with the HNIC for real. She out there with the goddamn the niggas like
the Sheikah
like Aubrey. No, she got there with Aubrey and shit for the Black Lives Matter shit. She out there with that type nigga. You hear me?
Damn.
They just trying to put that motherfucker in a psychiatric ward and feed her and shut her the fuck up. You hear me? They don't do them now. What?
I'm just glad I didn't say it.
I mean, it's true. Shit, the fuck.
Mhm.
Stop faking. You gotta be real when you stand on shit, nigga.
Oh,
You hear me?
you know
that
that
I remember
person
one
that
time I was in at HU trapping, 30C, and I don't just keep that to myself, man. I'm fat mouth right now. Anyway, shout out to that guy.
Shout out to that guy.
Shout out to that guy, man.
Yeah, that guy's a very special person.
Not enduringly either, motherfucker.
If I wasn't really good at listening, that whole situation would have went right over my head. As soon as I heard the name, I was like, huh?
That nigga did a career at HU. That's all I gotta say.
Crazy.
Anyways, check this out, man. You were late for breakfast, man. I got my guy with the book. I got my guy, Mega Maga. You know what I'm saying? Maga. You did. Mega, where was you at last show though?
Man, yeah. It was some little bug going around or whatever. It's like two going around out in VA, right? We're in our area. One is some stomach, you know what I'm saying? Some more gastrointestinal, and then the other one is some upper respiratory that I hear that people is dealing with. Well, I got caught with that stomach joint, and boy, that shit had me down from Sunday. I mean, to be real, I got back up yesterday in a sense, but today is my first day of like feeling back to myself, like for real. And I mean, and this is since I got home from work. I was able to work today, and I was able to eat something that I like, I ate a nice meal when I got off work, and so it got me back. You know what I'm saying? Not to mention the vitamins. You know what I'm saying? That
where you get it from?
Guy with the books, man. I mean, hey, like, listen, man. Yo, if y'all dealing with anything health wise, hit him up, man. Check out his website, all of that. I was on the website last night. You know what I'm saying?
Throw that up there.
Oh yeah, yep, roottribes.com. Yeah, I'm telling y'all, man. And and you can have consultation with him. He don't charge. You can make an appointment. You can talk to him, man. Like the brother, he know what he's talking about when it comes to this things that's good for the body.
Tell him how you got put on though. Tell him how you got put on
hey,
though.
Look, this the thing that's funny. Yeah, so when Tuesday came, Purple Do-Rag hit me like, bro, you doing the show tonight? And I said, bro, I'm already in bed. So I'm like, I can't even do it tonight. I told him I was sick. First thing he said, he's like, man, you better get with the guy with the books, man. That's like our own little Dr. Sebi right there.
Oh, so.
And damn if he ain't lied. But I mean, that is the damn truth, yo. Like,
Well, I'm glad you're feeling better. That's the most important part.
Yeah. What is it? The full body rebuild. Full body rebuild. Yeah, that's what he gave me. The vitamins he gave me, all natural, full body refill. Like I said, when he gave it to me when I went to his crib yesterday, and that's another thing, bro. I mean, for me to just be able to, like you said, when I can just go pull up on Dr. CB like that, hey yo, bro.
That shit hit different.
Yo, what? So like, yeah, so it's good because I ain't know, like when we first started doing the show, I ain't know if he was up in Richmond, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. I ain't know where he was at, you know what I'm saying? So boom, now that I know he out here, I'm like, oh, all right. So yeah, but after that,
with international.
Yeah.
RootsTribe.com international.
Yeah.
Tap in.
We sent products to Ghana. We sent products to I think we sent some to Italy, Germany, England, and all over the United States. and we're still working on some of the other countries, getting out to them. But yeah, anybody who needs some help, that's what my wife and I have been dedicating our lives to for the last 4 years, and really before that, but officially with Root Tribes, like actually like being a real business for the last 4 years. But we're just trying to help people who don't want to go to the hospital. They don't want to use medicine that's gonna give them more side effects and to give them healing. So the earth has that, right? And Root Tribes is got the earth.
Shout out to Root Tribes, man. And it's proof, like last episode, my guy he was not feeling too good. He didn't even check in. We brought this up, spoke on it, and just how the universe works so fast, and we so blessed that it's proven fact that he got nursed back to health faster than he would if he would have been waiting, taking a little bullshit in the store.
So I got a question real quick for Mega, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like after you used the capsule, after you took the pills, how fast did you start feeling? Like, what amount of time went by before you started feeling different?
Within 20 minutes.
Damn.
Within 20 minutes, because when I got there, and he first gave it to me, he said, when you get some water, you know what I'm saying, pop a couple of these. I already had water with me, you know what I'm saying? Because that was since I guess like I told you, I didn't eat from Saturday to Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? So the only thing I was doing was drinking water. So I already had water with me, and I took them right then and there. And within 20 minutes, I was because I didn't have no energy. Like that's when I hit him up on Facebook Messenger. Like, I had already talked to him, but I was just like, damn, bro, it's like I'm not sick no more, but I ain't got no energy. Like I did not have energy to chew my food, yo. Like I was trying to eat something, and it was like I was literally getting tired. Like I had to lay my head down from just chewing. And I hit him like, hey, yo, bro, I got no energy. Like I don't even got the energy to chew right now. Like he was like, he said, come see. He said, where you at? You know what I'm saying? He said, come see me. And that's all it took.
Now look at my guy. He back light skin instead of pale.
And I mean, like, shit, I lost weight and everything, bro. I was back at work. They said, man, you lost weight. I'm like, yeah, like, because I could even feel it and see it myself. Like,
that's what's up, man. I'm glad you're feeling better. Anytime you're having like an energy issue, it could be a couple of different things, right? It could be that your intestinal tract is not ingesting the minerals from the food that you be eating properly, or that you might not be getting enough minerals, right? So when we bump up those minerals, your energy level will automatically correspond.
Another question: Could the metals in my body cause that too? Like I was talking to you about.
I would say that they're a piece of that factor, right? Okay. But when you're that drained of energy, you're in that much of fatigue. That has a lot more to do, in my opinion, right? On a mineral deficiency, okay. Because like it kind of showed us that when you took the capsules and then you say 20 minutes later you felt a big difference. Well, I noticed within 20 minutes that the way you were speaking, it had more energy in it, right? Well, that's what minerals do. Once you pump them in the body, your energy is going to go through the roof.
Okay.
Kind of like a lot of people, they drink coffee, right? To get energy. First thing in the AM, they go to Starbucks or wherever, get the coffee, and that gives them that energy to get started. Well, what the body really wants is minerals, right? So let's say that they, instead of coffee, they say, I'll get a bunch of limes. They cut up a bunch of limes, put it in some water, and then they drink that lime water every day. They're gonna stop having the cravings for coffee, because the lime water is gonna give them the minerals that their body was craving the entire time that they had been drinking coffee instead.
I heard the limes was good to alkaline the water too.
Yeah, all that. Absolutely.
Now listen, filet of the chicken, got a lime drink. That bitch about this big. That bitch Bussy, you heard me? I got on my breakfast this morning. And filet of the chicken, I gotta tighten up with them old ass fruits, man.
Are we talking about filet of the chicken McDonald's, filet of the chicken Chick-fil-A, or filet of the chicken Chick-fil-A?
The last one.
Okay.
I ain't trying to get no nigga no promo. You hear me? Yeah, man, ain't you late for breakfast, man? Filet of the chicken, goddamn, got a nice ass little limeade. The bitch about this big.
What?
That bitch good as a motherfucker.
I used to get they I used to love their lemonade too back in, you know what I'm saying? They used to love their lemonade.
I still love their lemonade. I ain't eat them in
Sometimes
like
it'd be too sweet, man. It'd be too sweet sometimes. You be having to let the ice melt in
it. Yeah, for sure. All right. So something that we were supposed to touch on, we didn't touch on. Death penalty and the impact of the people of America.
I think that's a super important topic right there. We got Uranus about to enter Gemini, and I've talked about that a few times, but for everybody out there who hasn't heard, let's just say that that's the symbolism of Uranus, the planet Uranus entering constellational space of Gemini. The symbolic nature is revolution and rebellion in the realms of communication. And it's for a 7-year time period, starting, 8 years technically, starting in July of 2025, ending in May, I believe, of 2033. Well, if you're about to have that happen, and the last 3 times that Uranus was in Gemini, we had World War II. The time before that, we had the Civil War. The time before that, we had the Revolutionary War. And then you reinstitute the death penalty at the federal level, where each time Uranus was in Gemini, we had a high death count for those years. That says to me that a lot of what's being done in all these other executive orders is just smoke and mirrors, and that the only executive order that actually matters is the reinstitution of the death penalty at the federal level.
And also, we got to look at it like this. With all these young kids causing the crimes, middle school or high schoolers, they're trying to charge the parents too. So if they charging the parents, when the parent is at work, say the parent at work, the kid skipped school and he killed somebody or unalived somebody, you don't know what that kid got going on. You just know you sent your kid off to school this morning. And he gonna unalive somebody or rob a bank and unalive somebody who stole a car, took it to my high speed, unalive somebody. They're trying to charge you and that child for that. So
I
now,
can't see that flying.
I mean, that's what people would let that happen, bro.
Nah, they can try and do a lot.
That's how ignorant. That's how ignorant, and that's how ignorant man is when it comes to the power at be. Because a lot of people just look at that shit and say, you know what? They'll put some other propaganda in their face, and only a few know about that. And then what they call the minority will look at it like, oh, we can get a lot of niggas out the way. But in all reality, the whole scheme of things with Bill Gates and his wife is talking about, because they own, 90-something% of the fucking farmland out here? They need 33% of the people to be gone. Just so the humans can live XYZ many more years in these big cities. Fuck the middle of America.
Let me jump in here just for a second, right? So peep this, right? Imagine somebody driving 100 miles to kill people in a church. Why would you do that? You could just drive 2 miles.
Block.
You'll be in a church.
A block.
A block, and you'll be in a church. You can kill as many people as you want. Right? Well, you got this guy a couple years ago, a year ago, or whatever, who drives however many miles to kill 9 people in a church.
Talking about Myrtle Beach.
My personal thoughts on that situation is that they were kind of engineered in like a Manchurian candidate kind of way to kill one person. but it looks cleaner
with
when you take
both
out
of them.
everybody,
Oh
right?
yeah.
So I'm using this right now not to really even talk about that incident, but more so to show how Western ways, how they'll do a whole lot to create a whole lot of confusion just to do one thing. I'm looking at two things that have happened since Donald Trump came into office. One, the death penalty reinstitution. Number two, he's making concealed carry licenses honored in all the states. That's extremely significant when you can start crossing state lines and you feel comfortable with the trade pound on you.
But to say on the flip side, like for somebody with a concealed weapons license, honestly, bro, it's more states that you can do that already without that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's called reciprocity. The whole for Virginia has one of the most reciprocity with other states. I can go through the whole South. I can go anywhere, the whole South of the country, so my thing. But now I think that's personally, I think that's a better thing, and the reason why, and it's like even his reasoning behind it. If I get a driver's license, it don't stop when I at the state line. So if I got my gun license, because you got to go through extra steps to get a concealed weapon license. If I'm going to be competent enough and responsible enough to take those extra steps, don't take my rights from me. I mean, because for me, the way I go, like I won't even go to your state if my gun can't go. I'm like that. Have gun will travel.
And,
I don't know.
and just understand, like I'm not criticizing
Right.
the concealed situation. I'm more so saying that
Everybody gonna have them.
Yeah,
Everywhere. Like I know, I feel you.
If you got people who don't even know the law and they're now feeling comfortable to just travel with their thing on them, and stuff happens, well, you feel much more comfortable taking somebody out in another state than you do in your own, because you already know that you about to leave that state. You're gonna be gone for a while. It doesn't mean you ain't gonna get caught, but it does mean that you ain't gonna have the heat on you like you would if you was back home. Well, we're about to have Uranus going to Gemini.
We fly without
rebellion, So when you got a bunch of people heavily armed who aren't mentally right, we already see the mentally unright every day in our neighborhoods. Everybody sees it. Everybody sees it in the grocery stores. I was just with my children. I took them to the Hoss's Deli to play pool, right? Like 11 a.m. when they open. They had a bunch of TVs on. It's a sports bar, right? And one of the TVs had a channel called A&E.
Mm-hmm.
Every 30 to 60 seconds while that TV was on, the whole time we was there, it was a different fight in grocery stores. It was soccer moms. Yo, when stuff gets that bad, when you got the average Becky or Susan soccer mom fighting in the grocery store, telling the grocery store workers, nah, you can't come down the aisle right now. I'm shopping. Y'all got to keep your distance. It's got out of control at that point.
Man.
Crazy.
Motherfuckers retarded. I'm sorry. That's why I mind my business. When shit gets spooky, I get loose. You want to know what loose mean? I'm out of there. My heart get to beating a little fast. Spider-Man calling them Spidey senses. I get on point ASAP.
Yeah.
My face changed. My body language changed. So I got to get the fuck out of there.
I got a question for y'all.
Talk to me.
What y'all think about Agenda 2030?
I didn't know much about it until you were speaking about it the other day, but because everybody was so going crazy about Project 2025, so I ain't even get to Agenda 2030.
So Agenda 2030, and I think it's called BRICS. I do believe that they are kind of in the same circle on that situation. But it's pretty much a complete changeover of the systems of the world. Definitely of money, but we're talking about much more than that. We're talking about industry. We're talking about really everything. And this corresponds with something I was talking about on one of the other podcasts concerning the four horsemen of the apocalypse, the white horsemen, which is symbolic of conquest. Well, it's also symbolic of Jupiter entering the constellation of space of Sagittarius, which happens October 25th, 2030, right? And then you got Agenda 2030. Well, Uranus and Gemini, whenever you have a whole lot of confusion and chaos like that, this is times where whole regimes change. Like in the next 5 years, you literally might see 3, 4, 5 different state level leaders assassinated on like live, and it won't be no like fake TV stuff. This will be real.
But like in the whole scheme of things, on people level, why? They just gonna fall in line any fucking way. So why sacrifice these people when you can humiliate these people?
What they're trying to do
many people to control
is create a civil war between the people. And they've even talked about it on the news over and over again. How do you do that? You're
gonna have to bring some niggas that's not from out here, because I don't feel no type of way about no other American. So there's gonna have to be a motherfucker that want to be an American type.
I got a question for you. I got another question for you. How that mentality that you just gave me, right? You think you're gonna have that same mentality when your groceries each month cost you a minimum of $3,000?
No, I don't know. I got a problem with my groceries now.
Hyperinflation is coming, is all I'm saying.
I know.
And everybody's mind gonna change once hyperinflation happens.
Yeah, shit gonna get real, and it's just gonna show survival of the fittest. Some niggas gonna starve, some niggas, hey, it's life. But hopefully that since I've been alive, America's kind of been getting better. Hopefully it doesn't get better for a couple years and just drops down to fucking rock bottom where we're back out here fighting each other for whatever fucking political reason. That's fucking idiocy. That's what it is. It ain't no Democratic-y or Republicans or none of that shit. It's just idiocy.
I think it's idiocy as well, man.
Like, what the fuck? Like, we control, like, apparently everybody begs on how rich everybody is off America. Right? So, why don't we just hang our nuts and buy America? That's what Trump trying to tell niggas, like, hey, if you want to buy from out there, this is the tax is going to happen on your stupid ass. You're going to have to pay them people taxes. It's going to be a lot. So, I mean, why don't we just hang our nuts, make our own fucking...
Because
whatever.
the same way black people sold the art of music to those who use it against us, we sold so much. Like, you know, like when I remember growing up, I remember so much things being made in America and the pride in made in America. I remember Tonka trucks, man. You know what I'm saying? And Tonka trucks, they used to say the toughest trucks in the world. And that shit was true, yo. These were steel trucks. I lived in Chicago. You could throw these joints down the steps. Boom, 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 boom. Them joints.
I got a Tonka truck downstairs right now.
You know what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is like, it shows you that from my youth to my adulthood, look how that changed already. From everything being made in America and the pride in made in America to now everything is being outsourced because everything is cheaper everywhere else. Because being that America does produce quality materials, to manufacture things strictly in America, it's costly. It's more costly than it is to use steel or lumber from some other places who may not have the quality like we got. That's why, like me personally, I will, like, especially in the gun world, I will try and support American companies, even if they cost a little more, because if they doing it in America, we building our stuff with American steel, we using this, we doing. I know it costs more, so I'm willing to pay a little more because I know what you know what I'm saying. I know what you putting into it. So,
Right. So
but all I got, that's
hypothetically,
an individual thing.
right? Shit on the fan. I'm talking about on the fan, on the wall, all the niggas' faces, everything. Is it just about your immediate family, or you try to gang up, click up with other people, and make a stronger stance, or do you find your way in a country and build a fort?
All right, great question.
Because we don't have fucking, underground things and shit like that.
We're about to have some major fireworks kick off in the later part of 2026.
Right.
So 2025 becomes a great year for preparing. All right. And I would say the only option is to prepare, but that's up to each person. Right. Now, should we click up? Should we family up? Hell no. Let me tell you why. We're about to be in the middle of rebellion in the communication space. And there's a lot of people who have been eating drugs and they don't know that they've been eating them because they don't read nutrition fact labels. And when those grocery stores close down and they don't have those foods available and they don't know how to produce them or some type of an imitation version of the same, they're going to start going through withdrawal symptoms of drugs that they didn't even know that they were ingesting. And they're going to be desperate at the same exact time while being heavily armed. Yeah, and this is going to be family members. This is going to be friends. This is going to be co-workers.
So that's when it comes to power.
This is the reason why I'm suggesting to people that at the very least during the years of 2027 to 2030, yeah, as far out in the country as you can go, and don't have no driveway, because you don't want people who are going through withdrawal symptoms, who are desperate for food and medicine, to think that there's a house where you're at.
That's why the fuck I keep telling my people I'm off the grid. I'm telling you,
it's the best option.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna be in some hilly shit where I can see you coming. Word. I don't even like hills.
I'm just got to stay on Front Street because there's too many people that I got that ain't gonna be able to just move like that, and I'm gonna have to stay with the people I gotta hold down. I mean, see me when it come to all of that, I'm gonna deal with that when it's in front of me. You know what I'm saying? I don't got no time to think about. You know what I'm saying, like, but as far as for your original question, nah, I ain't with the group thing. Like, I mean, like, of course, certain people, whatever, but I never been with the group shit. I never been like when they had the new Black Panthers. I thought that was full of shit. My homie got involved with it. He found out it was full of shit from the inside. I remember when the NFAC came around. You know what I'm saying? I like the movement. I can see what they're doing, but one thing I know about groups, and this is from me being from Chicago, because it's the same thing with gangs. People can hide in numbers, yo.
That's again.
The fraudulent niggas is the ones who want to be all deep and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? They the ones that want to have a bunch of people. So you don't see that I'm fraudulent because I'm with all the real niggas. I mean, that ain't never been me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've always been a standalone. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Before I was armed, I still moved dolo. Like all the times when I was going to clubs out here in VA, like that, I was going to the club dolo. Now, when I get there, I know mad people, but I always roll with myself. Because you know what? The people that you with, you take on all their shit too. It's just me, my nigga. Anything I get into, it's me. It ain't your fault. It ain't gonna harm you. It's me. It's my shit.
Yeah, that's what I was about to touch on, Purple Durag. It's like he said, you take on other people's stuff if they come with you, right? So like if there's certain things, bad habits that you don't know about family, that's outside of your immediate family, your woman, and your children, or maybe you bring your mama too, um, or whoever. I'm just speaking to everybody out there. But when you do that, if you got a secret location they can't nobody find, and it's safe, and they don't follow your security plan, they might lead somebody back to your property. Depending on who that person is, you might got some other problems you got to deal with at certain times where your security measures could be compromised.
Just like
And,
you
and
got 10
during
people,
this
they
time,
got 10 people.
during that time in the near future, like that's the worst time that could ever happen. Because see, during these years, 2027 through 2030, I'm anticipating a bunch of road closures. I'm anticipating hospitals being closed, grocery stores being closed, uh, police officers not on duty, firefighters not working.
They
I'm
just did that
anticipating
not
that.
too long ago. They just did that not too long ago. Like if I'm not mistaken, they did that a few years ago.
Yeah, I think it happened in a pivotal year.
Yeah, I don't recall the year, but my stone dad's like I recall it happening. Like it was damn near they was on some shit like nobody could travel. That's when the plane tickets and all that shit went up because it used to be cheap to fly. You know what I'm saying? Then they kind of like put a cease on travel. That's when you couldn't get into Canada no more on the without a fucking passport. So I'm gonna say around about 2008, 7, 8ish.
What happens? Check this out. I want y'all to answer this question from whatever. There's no wrong answer. I want to just hear what y'all got to say. What happens when Caucasian people, just the regular schmegular Joes of America, Caucasians, when they find out that the quote unquote African American, black, Negro, colored, Moor, Asiatic, Hebrew Israelite, dark skinned, light skinned, black person, right, is a descendant of the people that they've been practically worshiping in that Bible?
Nothing.
I think, yeah, I was about to say, I don't even know how
Absolutely
much they would
nothing.
acknowledge it.
Absolutely nothing because it's already in stone and it's already in a DNA that they are superior. So absolutely nothing. As long as they ancestors and their type of people, Anglo-Sax have the controls, it doesn't matter or what the truth is. Because guess what? They're still gonna go pray to the same Jesus. They're still gonna follow the same rules. They still have quote unquote 400 plus years of seniority over the people of this land, anyways. So they already have stake in now and in the past, now and the future, in their minds and as powers that be. So nothing will change about it. Because just when Vladimir Putin brought out the real pictures of Christ and all these
Mhm.
saints and all this shit that people ain't see for hundreds of years or whatever, 80, 90 years, whatever the case may be, nobody gave a fuck. No, only a few, only a few quote unquote black people gave a fuck. But it was said, then a week later, nobody talks about that. And you still going to black church, you'll still see the same fucking Jesus. Because guess what? They gotta go by it because they ain't gonna get no loan without going through the Church of Christ and going by their rules and teaching their teachings. Because that's why it's not gonna matter. Because they're gonna say, when I go to church, in my book, my Jesus is white. And that's all that matters.
I just think that, one thing I learned, I was surprised at how many people do know. That's what up, Jason. That's why I think that I don't look at it so much as anything changing, because I look at it as, you know, it's one thing to know, It's another thing to acknowledge it. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta acknowledge. Most people don't live within the truth anyway. You know what I'm saying? People find comfort, and like we all know, the truth hurts. That's why. That's why lies work so well. Lies work so well because the truth hurts. The lies more comfortable. We've grown comfortable with the lies. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Shanna? You know what I'm
What up,
saying? So
Troy? Hey man, look. These folks already in their way. Listen, it go back to an old saying. Can't teach an old dog new tricks. The difference between us and them, like I know my great grandma. That's it. They know great grandma, great grandpa. They know the motherfucking the wagon story. They know when fucking Papa fucked the Indian bitch and created the one auntie across in Kansas, and they got a whole family over there so they can claim Indian and shit in their blood. We don't have them times. They don't put. Yeah, we can. We can now with the right direction and this certain, like everybody don't have that want. People are born content for keeping up with the Joneses. That's why Jordan know to drop a new Jordan every 2 weeks. Cause he a nigga. He knew that once upon a time when he went to high school, nigga had to have them new goddamn Pumas. Had to have them Pro Cats. You know what I'm saying? Had to have them, you know what I'm saying? Cause that was the shoe back then. Puma and Pro Cats and Pumas. So they had to have them shit. Then Converse came out and his favorite basketball player was in them. They had to have them Converse. So with the knowledge of his mama, cause he know his mama, and his mama know them. They from North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? So they got a little root and they know who the fuck they root is. You know what I'm saying? So so she had that like, this what we gonna do. And he was like, you know what? When he got older, yeah, this is what I'm gonna do. That's what Michael Jordan can do what the fuck he wanna do. Because he know how to stand firm on it. His daddy was a firm guy. His mama was a firm woman. And they had root on them. Grandma was back there sometime. Talked about the granddaddy. So just imagine how deep they story actually go. You dig what I'm saying? When only certain people could talk about, oh, I know my grandma and I know my great granny. But I don't know shit about my great granddaddy to speak highly of or be proud of. You dig what I'm saying? But when certain backgrounds come and they speak about certain shit, they be like, yeah, well, I know my peoples came from, you know, like if I'm knowledgeable, my granny was born in 1944. Slavery wasn't abolished until about 1960 something, you know.
18.
No, you got to think about it in the mindset, bro, of where people actually come from. They were still sharecroppers in the 50s, 60s. You know what I'm saying? The real shit. Buddy Waters was playing motherfucking guitar in the 50s. You know what I'm talking about? They telling you that this is where they come from. Them motherfuckers hanging us by our necks and all that shit from trees. So they throw these numbers in our face, but this in all reality, you look back then, shit, just in the 80s, when I was born, they were still hanging niggas in trees. They hung a boy out here in something in Hampton. You heard me? So it's like, damn. So it's like, damn. When I was a baby, I used to think that shit was 1,000 years ago. Like, yo, they talking about that old ass shit, bro. That shit old as fuck. Old head, like, boy, you tripping. Bro, I remember the Klan knocking on the door. I'm like, damn, you that old? Not realizing, but ain't number like 32 at that time. And I'm like 10. But I'm in the street, so I'm talking shit. I'm sagging my pants. I'm really like outside. Off the porch wise. So I'm talking to the old head like, nigga, ain't nobody remember none of that shit you talking about. So I can understand. That's what I understand about the youth. Like, you ain't have no old head to talk about, to be proud about. like it had no past to know where your past come from, your future damn near doomed unless you actually create something or find people that come from that know how to build on a life and to show you how to build on a life. Other than that, bro, you are gonna be a fucking dark soul walking in the fucking blind because you don't have that. If you know your granddaddy and you can talk about your granddaddy, your attitude is different. You can talk about, yo, I remember my great granddaddy. You know, I don't remember my great granddaddy, but my uncles talk about my great granddaddy. You know what I'm saying? My daddy talk about my great granddaddy. My granddaddy talk about his daddy still. That shit means something in the community and in the people. It's powerful. That's why I want to be there for my grandkids. When my grandkids come, I got to be present. I got to be present. Period. Because guess what? I want them to say, yo, my granddaddy, he gonna show up. I don't know if he gonna show up this game, but he gonna be there in the crowd. He gonna come rub me on my head, hug me, and then he gonna just go there and sit back, and I know what he gonna do. He gonna be smiling. That's what I want for my future. Because I know what the importance of having a future and really wealth is to have stories and to have memories of your ancestors. Without that, you don't have no future for real. You just a motherfucker with a last name. Until you actually make your last name mean something to your kids, bro. I don't give a fuck if they not named. Like, your kids don't even have to be named after you. They would name their kid after you if shit ain't right with their baby daddy. Or they just like, yo, I just gonna honor my dad or whatever. They will follow your bloodline, bro. And that's where all that matters. When you're a great person, when you live in your life, that's how you create wealth. It ain't about saving your own money. It's about installing love, happiness, firmness into your children. And then when your children grow up, they'll be able to talk to you. They'll be able to you'll be able to just sit back and be like this. Even if you want to interject to what they saying, you'll still be able to be like, because it means more to hear every fucking word so you can take it in. And you'll want to say a million motherfucking things to your children, but you be like, well, so what you gonna do now? Because I can tell you what to do. And then once they get older and they done got through their little trials and tribulations and they got kids, and guess what they gonna say? So now what you gonna do? Because my daddy told me. And then when they get older, my granddaddy told my daddy or my mama. My great-granddaddy, he ain't play around with them. So I got to stay on. My great-great-granddaddy, I don't know what he did. But everybody always talked to him like he was the best man ever. And I know I got to be better than ever. And that's how you create you turn your whole future into some greater people. You know what I'm saying? And it's being there and firm with motherfuckers. And that's what we got to do as all of the people that's like, for ourselves first, want to build a name and pride for ourselves, even if you don't even want kids. Even if you don't want to leave no children as an imprint on the future, you can leave yourself and what you give to the universe. That's all a person got to do. Every one of us. It ain't got nothing to do with white, black, green, purple. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit for real. I look in the mirror and say, God damn, I look sexy. It ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. I don't give a fuck. Because I know me. I love me. And I know people are drawn to me. I'm drawn to certain people, certain like-minded people. And I'm attracted to fucking assholes and demonized people too. But you got to know how to cut that shit off and move into your own way as a man. And create the power to make who your people's gonna be in the future. You can't take everybody with you, man. You just gotta love yourself first. My whole thing about everything about this race shit, about political shit, we just need to throw all that shit to the side and just say, you know what? How about we all meet in the middle of a field and just talk to the person next to us? I don't give a fuck what he look like, what he smell like, what he talk like, what language he speak. I don't give a fuck. Just talk. Hug him. Shake his hand. Then when you're done with that one, turn around to the next person. Then go home. And think about the people you met. And think about the lives that you can change if you just be nice for a day. That's what we need. That shit'll cure hunger. It won't be no more money involved. And when it comes to guns and shit like that, it'll really be a sport and not be about murder.
I call that, to me, that's just all sound like wishful thinking though.
Bro, but is the world like that out there? That's my dream world.
I mean, there's ain't nothing wrong with dreaming, but that's the thing. It's a dream, and in reality, that ain't the world we in, bro.
Nah, but we could. You know what I'm saying? And it's
Man, we could do a lot of things.
It's a show called Dark Matter, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, when you say we could do a lot of things, I could shit on myself without going to the bathroom. I can just shit right here, but I'm not. You know what I'm saying? It's all choices, and most of our choices are premeditated off of what somebody else say. You know what I'm saying?
But that's why I say though, like you can say what you want to do, but like all this people next to each other, no matter what that is so unrealistic. It is.
That's my perfect world.
And it ain't never gonna be perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like
it will when I die. I'll go there. Do you feel me?
But if you're going somewhere, it ain't here. I'm talking about here. Well, that goes back. Everything you're saying is reinforced what I'm saying.
And check this out. And I'm living in my perfect world right now. You know what I'm saying? It can't get no perfecter because I already lived in the dark. I know what it's like being out there cold, saying, "Oh shit, bitch, I'm homeless." You know, like I'm living in my best right now. You can't. Even when I'm at my bed and having a bad day, bro, I still got to give it up to myself of where I came from. Because that past mean a lot. And, like, even my children can say, like, my older ones can be like, I'm proud of you, Dad, because, you know, you actually talk that shit that you preach. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's different than being a dope head. I'm out here running the streets. You might not hear from me for a while. And I'm calling my kids and I'm like, yo, gonna be like your dad, yo. You know, shit hard out here. I can't figure it out. Totally opposite. Don't be like your dad trying to figure it out at 31 years old. You know what I'm saying? Figure it out now. And when you get 31 years old, you'll be able to go party and have fun. If you ain't got a bunch of goddamn children. You did what I'm saying? You living your fucking life. But if you want to go out here and live like your daddy, you're going to be a daddy or a mommy. It's simple. You know, it ain't no... I'm going to be a granddaddy. I ain't got to take care of that motherfucker. I'm going to spoil it. You hear me? I'm going to spoil it. But I ain't got to take care of this motherfucker. This is your job now. I'm going to show it the most love, and I'm going to spoil it the fuck out of pieces. When you come around, you're going to be mad at me because you're going to be like, don't give him that, and I'm going to give it to him. Don't take him over here. I'm going to take him over there. Granddaddy going to pop at the house. Can I have the kids? We about to go fishing. You know, we about to go do some shit before they get too old and not want to hang with Papa no more. But then when they get older and they have kids and Papa's still around, they're going to be like, send them to Papa because Papa come teach them how to fish. That's how I learned how to fish. That's how I learned how to clean up. That's how I learned how to do. He had time. He had the patience with us. That's the shit I want to build, man. And that's just in my perfect world. Those are the people I'm going to sit around with.
I mean, but that's more realistic when you're talking about your own family.
Yeah. But in the whole scheme of thing, that's what I would love to see. But I know it's not gonna happen, bro.
That's all. That's all I was saying. Like me, I don't spend time in the, in the dream world.
I still dream, bro.
Nah, that again, like there's nothing wrong with dreaming, but that's your dream. It should be that's your thing. You know what I'm saying?
Dream.
Like,
I'm talking about me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, it's nothing wrong. It's nothing wrong. I'm just saying, like, but on the realistic side of things, you know what I'm saying? This world we in, you know what I'm saying? The way people are just not like that. I mean, like, bro, there's something that we got to think about as real, yo. We got so much social media and things like this. People don't even really have real conversations no more. Like these type of, like what we do. Like, I mean, people don't, I mean, and I'm talking about the masses, bro. The mass people, like, like, I mean, look at the dialect. LOL, SMH. I mean, we're not even saying words no more, my nigga. Like, I mean, this is the level of communication, you know what I'm saying, is so lost even amongst certain groups. So to think that this communication will just be so fluid with so many diversities in people's mind, and then so that's just all. That's all I say when it comes to stuff like that. It's just like, I know, man, like, and I mean, and I'm not trying to be dark-minded or nothing, but I used to always have a saying where I expect the worst from people, so that way if I see something different, it's something to respect. Right. I already expect the people ain't shit, and I mean, maybe it's where I'm from, the family I come from, shit like that. But I'm just saying, like, I've always expected the worst of people, and then sometimes people prove me wrong, and that's a good thing. But if they do turn out to be what I looked at them as anyway, it's easier to just move on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. On that, like, with my approach on people, I don't got, like, it's like when I get around you, like the moment I got around Mega, we was at the can. We was close. Like, I think you were sitting right next to me. It wasn't no friction there. Like you said, conversation. It was fluent. We was having a great time. Nothing out of the ordinary. Even though the atmosphere was already hyping because what we was doing.
Right, yeah.
But every time I seen Mega after that, it's always been, you ain't never switch up. You ain't never gave no avenue to say, you know what I'm saying? So I always fuck with Mega. I always paid attention to what you do. That goes to what you saying. Let's go to what I'm saying. I don't give no floor to nobody. Like, once you start acting crazy, you start acting indifferent, I just back off. I ain't never got to see you again. I ain't got no words for you because I ain't gonna know you no more. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But people that I'm around that I seem to, like, attach myself to, they bring me something I can learn from. I don't live life without learning.
I wanna thank you for that too, man. Like you said, because like I can honestly say that's one of the biggest compliments that I've heard a lot in my life. People always be like, "Hey, yo, Mega, you always been the same type of dude. You never like your energy, the way you are. You always been the same." Like, because, and I tell you, like, because I always been me. I ain't never, and I'm talking, and I've been like this since high school. I was never trying to act like nobody else. I was never trying to be with. I was always my own person. I was always the way I was, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I mean, even to the point of my music, it'll be times people would hear my music first and hear the type of stuff I rap about, and then they get to know me and they be like, "Yo,
the realest shit.
You really like the person that you really like that the way you rap. You like that in real." Yeah, son, none of this is an act, yo.
Not to cut you off, the realest shit I seen from you. You ain't pay attention to it. It's just you. It's just me peeping the scene because that's who I am. Some shit shook that at one of these nights we was at an event, one of our events, but it wasn't like shit was going on. So it was like either niggas can stay and, or you can be like, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna holler at y'all. And instead of Mega, like, Mega, Mega ain't do none of that. Ain't reach, ain't budge for it, ain't sweat on it. He just said, "Yo, I'm gonna get with y'all. Y'all niggas hot right now," and laugh. Cause I was thinking the same thing. Cause I left too. You know what I'm saying? That was some real nigga shit. Because like we could have said, okay, we gonna sit here and protect the fort, but at the end of the day, we have other forts to protect other than where we at right now. And that was some real indeed fly shit to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey y'all, I'm gonna just go ahead and I'm gonna get with y'all. And I laughed and was like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get to my old lady and shit, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I don't think at this time I was drinking, and motherfuckers, you can see when motherfuckers' temperament change when you ain't drinking and shit. Like, you can see when that motherfucker hit that mode. Like, a fine bitch go from looking fine as hell to wild as shit, and she nasty with it, she loud, like all her sexiness just disappeared. You know what I'm saying? When that spirit hit her. You did what I'm saying? Like until I realized that I couldn't drink. You understand? Like until I realized that it actually has that yiki on a motherfucker, I'd be like, okay. When I go out, I ain't doing no more than 2 drinks. Shorty want to go out on a date. I said, I ain't doing no more than 2 drinks. I ain't buying you no more than 2 drinks. She said, oh, you cheap. I said, no, you call it what you like. You ain't about to be fuck up around me. And you ain't about to leave from out here and I done got you got them 6 drinks and you tore up out the floor and kill somebody or your fucking self. And I feel bad for the rest of my life.
Mm-hmm.
So that is out of the question. People have the wrong idea of what life is. Life is being safe, loving yourself. You know what I'm saying? And that starts with taking a shower every day and every night. Word. If you look, it's okay if you might miss a shower if you ain't do nothing that day. You just laid around like in your house. You can just shower one time if you wanted to. But if you fuck, take a shower. You hear me? No bird bath in your own house. That is no bird bath in your own house. That is nasty. That is fucking nasty. You are a nasty motherfucker. I'm gonna let you know, Purple Durag, let you know I'm late for breakfast. This is exclusive. Wash your motherfucking ass, bro. Every fucking day. Look, if you wake up and you was sweating, wash your ass. I don't care if you late to work. Fuck them people. Tell them, look. No, I work hard now. But if you work at Amazon, they clock that shit differently. Get your ass done. Bird bath at the job. I think they even got showers at that motherfucker. Shower on your break. Listen, wash your ass. This coming again. Late for breakfast. Hold up. And I'm back. This coming again exclusively from Purple Durag. Late for breakfast. You're hearing this first ever in your fucking life. Wash your ass every day. Listen, you want skin? Prettiest man? Wash your motherfucking ass every day. Listen, coconut oil. The big one, not the little one. Look, easy. Apply the skunk. Listen, stay away from the lotion. It clog your pores. Stay away from the Vaseline. It ain't good for you. Raw coconut oil. You can eat it. You can scoop it and cook with it.
Oil pulling.
You can goddamn fry your chicken in it. Listen. Maybe it's just genetics. I'm sorry. I might be telling you a goddamn lie. It's just genetics. Hey, shout out to my mom and them. You heard me? Yeah. Shout out to my father, too. You know what I'm saying? Because he had a bunch of handsome sons and daughters. Shout out to them. This is genetics. I can't lie to y'all, man. Listen. I can't even lie. I don't know what the hell.
Shout out Papa Mama. Shout out Papa Purple Durag. Shout out Mama Purple Durag.
Yeah.
Definitely for the good skin that you gave your son. And it's late for breakfast. It's episode 4, Man versus Power. And we're about to get into our last segment of the show where we touch on climate control, causes, and effects.
Let me talk on that. It was damn near 70 degrees the other day after it snowed. Then it was 50, 40, 32, rain, and it's like 60 out. It was cold as a bitch this morning, right? Rainy as fuck. Around about 4 or 5 o'clock. Sun out, beaming. Streets damn near dry. You feel good, you can wear a hoodie. What's going on?
That's what how my day messed up today. Like when I went back to work, because I'm a sun child, you know what I'm saying? So when it was just pouring down raining when I was on my way to work this morning, all gray and dark, I ain't had that sun to give me that boost of energy too. You know what I'm saying? Like that had, because like I said at work today, I was struggling to get like them last 2 hours. Like, man, yo, it was like, I mean, it was because I ain't really eat still. I still ain't really eat. So I was like, man, I was trying to snack on little stuff. That shit wasn't helping. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I gotta get up out of here. But I know if it was sunny, that shit probably would have been a little different.
When we talk about climate control, causes and effects, we know that we have the weather machines. We know that we have satellites that are doing different using technology to alter weather. But at the same time, there's a pole shift that's happening right now. Happens every 13,000 years. The last one that happened, the scientists call the Younger Dryas, right? But we're dealing with one right now. It happens very slowly, over hundreds of years, usually thousands, maybe 1,000, 2,000 years. So I would say that we're kind of close to the beginning of the one that's happening now. Now, that's a part of the reason why we have snow in New Orleans and we have snow in Iran, right? And this is very significant. So there's a book that I want to show everybody. I'm about to put it up on the screen real quick. It's called The Adam and Eve Story. So this book is about the history of cataclysms on the earth, right? And as you can see in the top left-hand corner, it says declassified in part, because this book was classified by the CIA up until I think 2013. Yeah. June 24th, 2013. And so we're going to go to a very specific page real quick. We're not going to go all the way through the book. I just want to show y'all something on how many times the earth has done this pole shift and spin. And y'all can see this for yourself. Let me go ahead and zoom in a little bit so everybody can really see this. The overwhelming evidence, when put in order, gives a dramatic picture of which areas have been at the North Pole when they moved to the pole and how long they were there. Think about that. Think about that, man. The current North Pole is the Arctic Ocean, where it is now, right? Mm-hmm. But 6,500 years ago, according to this author, it was in the Sudan.
And that's the desert right now.
According to this author, almost 12,000 years ago, it was in the Hudson Bay in New York. Nearly 20,000 years. Well, no, nearly 20,000 years ago, it was in the Caspian Sea.
Where is that?
That's over there by Turkey and the Caucasus Mountains and all that.
Spain.
Well, a little further east than Spain. It's so this is in like Western Europe. Okay. Excuse me, Western Asia.
Okay. Holland, all them niggas over there, Austria.
Yeah, like north of Iraq, north of Iran.
Okay. I don't know about that demographic, but yeah, over there. Shout out to them.
Yeah. But when we look at what's going on with the weather, the climate control, I would say it is kind of it is creating a problem. It might be helping to speed up the pole shift that's happening. But the pole shift, in my opinion, is the real reason why we're seeing major weather changes, and why we might even be seeing like it, let's say 35 years ago, it'd be one hurricane that would hit the East Coast, or hit the southeast of the United States per year. But then we might see 3 or 4 that are really heavy back to back. Now. I think it's a combination is more so what I'm saying. But who knows, really?
I've seen a motherfucker create ice out of goddamn sugar, water, and baking soda, I think.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can do some special things in chemistry.
Yeah, man. So, just imagine. I just say, like, they don't really want this area too fucked up because it's like this one of the first lines of defense, so we never really get bad weather. This is the first line of defense of the East Coast, so they're not about to fuck around here, Florida, and then they got another one up there in New York. So, but this is the biggest and the first line of defense of the East Coast. So, we're not to be fucked with. So, I don't think they're trying to have the waters frozen too much for the ships not to get out of the bay. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is like kind of like the perfect area to actually live other than Florida. You know what I'm saying? With dealing with the weather, like weather wise, and like Cali got like great weather. It depends on where you at in Cali. You know what I'm saying? But it's decent. You get a little bit of rain. You might never get no snow for like 4 or 5 years. Then boom, you'll get a little bit of snow. Then another 3 years go by, then you'll get a hell of a lot of snow. Like, this is the perfect area, man. I love Virginia. Shout out to everybody in Virginia, man. Shout out to everybody in Virginia, man. For real. I love this shit. You can't get no views like this nowhere.
Facts. So yeah, Purple Do-Rag, man, it's been fun tonight, man. Great conversation on multiple different topics. Again, rest in peace to Irv Gotti. Much respect to Murder Inc. family. 50 Cent, is he doing too much? Maybe not. Right? We got multiple different perspectives on that. Right. And I think that it's super important for us to recognize what Purple Do-Rag and Mega was explaining about how a person should act if somebody or a group of people that's associated with that person tried to take you out. Right. So these are things to think about. Well, we had our predictions on Super Bowl 59. We talked a little bit about the Brooklyn lady in Pakistan, and we touched a lot on the death penalty impact on Americans. So listen, this is Late for Breakfast, episode 4, Man versus Power. I'm the guy with the books. Peace. Blessings.
Peace.
Yo. And then you're late for breakfast. Episode 4. Y'all have a good night. I'm Purple Do-Rag. That was Guy with the Book. Shout out to Thank Mega. We love y'all. Peace.